Hi everyone, it's Chrissy and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a video that I honestly wasn't sure that I was even going to be doing. But yeah, I actually had this idea a couple of weeks ago, probably at the end of like April or something, where I kind of wanted to go in and change up the hallways of the apartments of, Evergreen Harbor and San Myshuno, because obviously normally you can't change up hallways in apartment buildings like at all. You can't build outside of your lot, I guess I could say, which in this case would be your apartment. But if you play on PC and you actually use mods, then you can do it with the T.O.O.L mod, which is actually really amazing. Now this is a little bit finicky and it does take quite a bit of playtesting to see what will work and what won't, and a lot of it is just cosmetic. But I don't know, I wanted to do it for my save file, so I'm actually gonna do a bit of that with you guys. Now first off, I do just want to say that this video, like I said, is kind of unplanned. I had this idea of doing this video, like I said, a couple of weeks back, but about 2 weeks ago something really bad happened. I'm not going to talk about it in this video because I did mention it in my previous video that went up on Monday, and I've talked about it on the community tab and Twitter and my Discord, which is always linked below. But yeah, so that kind of threw all of my plans out of the window. And today I actually wasn't planning on recording this, which is why you get to see me full of cat, I think that, yeah, it's cat hair, and I'm not dressed like I would usually dress for doing face cam videos. I don't have any makeup on. I didn't do my hair. It's literally just in a braid at the back, and I look like a mess. My room probably also looks like a mess, and this is, like I said, a very off-the-cuff video. So yeah, just bear with me. I don't know why I decided that I was going to do this, but I don't know. I figured, what better time to just jump in and do something that I wouldn't normally do than when I actually feel like everything is different in my life, so real life. So, I figured why not? But yeah, let's jump into the game, and this is one of the apartments that I've already done. So I have actually already gone ahead and I already did the Evergreen Harbor apartments because I wasn't originally, like I said, I wasn't originally planning on recording this. So this is what I've done in the Pinecrest apartments, and I've actually just put a couple of things on this top balcony, which is the balcony that your Sims would use if they live here, because we have the Zhang family living in this apartment, and then I actually have a starter apartment over here in my save file. But I actually went ahead and put down a couple of planters, and as you can see, your Sims can use them. They can also use this chess table. I have playtested all of this stuff, so yeah, it does take a little bit of playtesting. But obviously the stuff that I put down here aren't accessible, even the ones at the bottom, because that is technically considered part of the building shell. But your Sims can go here, they can go ahead, sit down over there. They can also go downstairs and they can play basketball that I put over here. So yeah, they will run around, they can actually play that. They can dumpster dive in that dumpster. I'm actually thinking about maybe putting down a couple of other things like trees or stuff over here as well, but I haven't gotten around to that yet. And then, unlike the Pinecrest apartment one, I actually did a little bit more with the Stone Street apartments, because the Stone Street apartments are actually in the Grimm's Quarry area of Evergreen Harbor, and I did cheat to enact a couple of neighborhood action plans, so it looks a little bit more modern, cleaned up. So I wanted the outside of the apartments to kind of fit with that. So for this one, I actually have another starter apartment over there, and then in this one we actually have Stephanie Sullivan, who's a crafter, who's living here. And basically in this one I just put a couple of planter boxes out the front. They do all work, as you can see, I actually planted stuff in them. And I have a little games table out here that works. Downstairs I didn't really put anything over here because obviously none of it would be accessible. But I did put stuff there, but you can't see them if you go downstairs because technically they're considered to be like on the second floor. So they don't work, but they're decorative, and that's the most important thing because the stuff up here works. So it doesn't really matter if the downstairs stuff doesn't. So yeah, we have a couple of trash cans. Those trash cans work. That one, I'm not so sure about, that dumpster. But yeah, we have some trees that I placed down, and then I went a little bit overboard and I put down some like parking spaces at the back over here. So like I have some parking spaces, some fake cars. I put down some playground equipment like a slide and swing set and stuff like that. And I haven't play tested these things yet because I don't have a toddler or child in this household. But honestly, I'm not super bothered if those things work because yeah, I just did them to look good. So a lot of this, what I'm doing in this video, is literally just to make it look a little bit more interesting and a little bit nicer. Okay, so here we are in the Jasmine Suites apartment, and this is that detective apartment that I have, and then I have a little family apartment over there. And then as you guys can see, the hallway is actually kind of depressing. So with the tool mod, you can actually change up anything in this hallway. So if you open up the tool mod, I will have a link down below on how to download it. And then I know Twisted Mixie as well as Kate Emerald has a couple of really great tool mod like tutorials, I guess you could say. But what I'm going to be doing is actually fairly basic. So basically you're going to open up the tool mod. Now, first off, I'm going to start with the lights. So I'm going to select the lights that they already have in there. I'm going to hold Alt, and then I'm going to put them kind of like in my space so that they're actually not off of the lot anymore, like at all. I'm going to close the tool mod, and then I can actually go ahead and delete them. So that's what I'm going to do with the lights, and then I'm going to go ahead and put in my own light. So I just put down a couple of these little saucer lights, and I did put them down inside the apartment. So you have to place items on your lot. So in this case, it would be on my Sims's apartment. Then I'm going to go to move. I'm going to, I think this light should be like what? Like two that way, and then I don't know, like what? 1, 2, 3-ish? Yeah. 3 the other way. So I'm going to go 2 and then -3, and then the light, yeah, it should be exactly where I want it. So yeah, now that light is in the hallway, I'm going to do the same thing with the others. Okay, so now we have the lights where we want them, so we can actually see what we're doing. Next up, I think I'm going to move this rug, but I'm going to make sure that I have it like kind of central with that door. So I'm going to drag it out. Obviously you can't place it there like that, but I can use the tool mod, move it into my Sims's apartment, and then I'm just going to do the exact same thing. It's going to go 0, -3, and that is a bit much. So I'm going to move it back a little bit. So I'm going to go I think it's like 0.5 back that way. Yes, see, now it's exactly central with that door. Even though it's not central in the hallway, I don't know. Do I want it central in the hallway? We'll see. Either way, I'm gonna go ahead and scale it up. Let's see, what does it look like 3 times? That is a bit much. So 2.5. Whoops, that is way too small. 2.5. There we go. And then we're just gonna, you can gravity pull a thing if you have it, like by holding Alt you can gravity pull it to where you want it. But I'm kind of a little bit like, I don't know, I don't want to say OCD, but I'm like perfectionistic with where I put stuff. So I want it to be exactly where I want it. So I'm gonna go 0.5 and 0. Whoops, that is not the correct one. 0.5, 0, whoop, and that is the wrong way. We're gonna go -0.5 and 0. And yeah, see, now that is exactly where I want it. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and put that little plant that we got from the basement kit. I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm going to put it like right there to cover up that little bit of like the half wall that's poking through. This couch, I do want this couch in the hallway, so I'm thinking of putting it like right there, and then we can just gravity pull it like a little bit away from the wall so it's not like actually inside of the wall. And then I was thinking, oh yeah, I wanted to use this little like end table. Now I wanted to put it there, but obviously we have the trash chute right there, so I honestly don't know where I'm gonna put it. I could put it over there right in front of the window actually, and yes, then the window will have a it will have there will be two end tables over here right now, but I'm actually going to fix that, so just hold on. Oops, I did not mean to select the actual apartment building. So I'm going to do that, and then I think I'm going to get rid of that table. So I'm just going to move it into my Sims' lot and delete it. So now it's gone. And then the last thing that I was thinking of adding was some sort of activity for your Sims to do. So obviously your Sims can interact with, you know, everything outside, all of that stuff. But if the weather is like really crap, I do want them to have something that they can do inside. So I was thinking of putting down a little chess table. And I don't want this to be like super fancy or anything like that. We're going to save that for the fancier apartments. But I'm thinking maybe, yeah, so we'll use that chess table. And then I'm thinking maybe those chairs, or do we just go like actually plain Jane base game chairs? I think we're gonna do that. I think we're gonna go just plain base game chairs. It just makes the most sense. So yeah, we'll use that. We'll put it, I think over there is good. Yeah, that way it fills up that wall, that wall that used to have something on it. And we can even like center it a little bit better, I think. So like that. And then the last thing I think that I want to do, I don't want to make it too cluttered, obviously, because that is just not like, it's not nice. It's not like, I want to keep it as open and rootable and all of that stuff as I possibly can. But I do want to add in a couple of wall lights. Now, I don't know which wall lights I want to use. I'm leaning towards these ones just because they're like, they're plain, but they're not so plain that, you know, they're boring. So I kind of want to do that. So we'll have one, I think, on that wall over there. We can maybe have one a little bit further down as well. So I'm just going to be putting them like on the wall, like in my Sims' apartment. And yeah, see, they have a really weird one above this door for some weird reason, which I will be getting rid of. Don't you worry. But yeah, I'm gonna put one over there, and I don't know, do we want one in the exact same spot on the other side? Yeah, I think we do. I think we do. So I want to put, where is that? That is in the middle of that tile. And I'm not going to put it there, so hold on. We can put it over there, and I'll just move it to where I want it. I'm going to change the light color as well, because I don't think, yeah, you can't change. Oh, you can. Oh, that makes my life so much easier. See, even I'm learning something new right now. But yeah, we'll change the light color, and then what I'm going to do is tool mod, click the light, and then I'm literally just going to move it to where I want it. So it needs to go, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 that way? Yeah, 0, -4. Let's see. Yeah, see, it's exactly where I want it. And then I'm just going to deselect it, and it will stay right there. I do also want to get rid of that light, so I'm just going to delete it as I would. So this one, I think that one is a little bit too close to the door, so I'm going to move it that way. And then we'll move it to -2, and yeah, exactly where I wanted it. So yeah, we have that, we have this one. I think this one will go in the correct spot. So again, 0, -4. And the grid with the tool mod is such a useful feature. But yeah, sometimes the grid doesn't actually line up with the lot. So sometimes the lot will have like a diagonal grid if you use this feature. But a lot of the times they do line up, and the fact that, you know, whenever they don't, it's not a mod fault actually, it's just how that particular lot is built. which is really frustrating, and there's literally nothing you can do about it. But so for this one, I actually put it over there, but I need it over here. So I'm going to have to move it, what? 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces? Yeah, 4 spaces. So it's going to go, what is that? So it's minus, right? Yeah, it's minus. Where's the X? So if you're ever curious when you move stuff, there's a little X and a Y. So there's the Y, there's the X. So whichever side that is on, that is the positive side. So if I wanted to move it like that, what am I saying, like this way where my mouse is going, I keep forgetting that my face cam is like flipped. But yeah, so if I wanted to move it that way, it would be positive, so like plus, like just 3. If I wanted to move it this way, it's minus 3. But I want to move it 4 tiles, so minus 4 and 0, and yes, there we go. See, all of our lights are in, all of our like decorations are in. So you can do the exact same thing with like putting something on a wall, moving it. If you wanted to do stuff like, I don't know, maybe like putting paintings up there or whatever. And I just noticed that those lights are not the same height at all. So I'm gonna have to move this thing back. So it's 0 and 4 to get it back in my apartment. And then I'm just gonna move it down because yeah, that is the height that it is supposed to be. So yeah, let's put it back, and yes, it is actually the correct height, which is great. So yeah, instead of doing all of the other ones with you guys, I know for some reason this already took me way too long and just explaining it, because I do suck at explaining stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and do all of the other ones in San Myshuno. I'm going to do them off camera. I don't know why I said probably. I am going to do them off camera. And then, yeah, let me know if you guys ever want to see like pictures of the stuff that I do. I can probably post some stuff. I think I'm going to post some pictures of the other ones. Obviously, this one will be a video. And then you've seen the Evergreen Harbor ones. But I'm going to post some pictures, I think, for the channel members on the community tab. And yeah, so channel members are going to be able to see the other ones. So yeah, if you guys want to see that, then yeah, click the little join button at the bottom of the video. There's 3 different tiers actually that you can join. I don't think I've talked about channel members in forever. So yeah, I haven't talked about it in forever, but I do have channel memberships set up, which, you know, at the moment there aren't like that many perks to becoming a channel member, apart from getting a cute little, like, I guess almost like sub badge, like Twitch sub badge next to your name, and being able to use the emotes that I have set up, and the channel, like seeing that members only posts. You also get my build tray files. As soon as the video releases, you get those tray files. Otherwise, you have to wait like 3 weeks for them to go up on my Tumblr for everyone. But I think I also usually post like sneak peeks and stuff like that for channel members too. But I'm going to go ahead and do the other ones off camera, and then I'm going to share those pictures with channel members, and then you guys will have to wait until the second version of my save file before you get to see them. So yeah, that is a little bit sneaky of me, and I do apologize for leaving you on that cliffhanger if you're curious about how the other hallways are going to turn out. But I hope this video was fun. I hope this kind of like showed you guys a little bit of, you know, what you can do with the tool mod. If you want to do this in your own game, you will need the tool mod. Like I said, I will have all of those links down below. I'll also try and link a couple of tutorials if I can find them again. But yeah, I'll try and link a couple of tutorials as well. I hope this was a little bit like educational as well, even though I probably didn't explain stuff that well at all. But how many times can I say well in a sentence, by the way? But anyway, moving on. I hope you enjoyed this. As you can see, I just had a major brain fart right there, and I cannot speak. But I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give the video a like. If you're new to the channel and you'd like to see some more Sims content, feel free to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell as well to be notified of whenever I upload a new video. But yeah, so if you want to do this in your own game, like I said, you will need the tool mod. You won't be able to download these hallways anywhere because they're technically not a lot or a room. so I can't upload them to the gallery. So yeah, I can't do that. But if you guys download my save file, the second version of it, where, you know, obviously these hallways will be done, if you download the second version of my save, whenever I upload that, eventually, whenever I finish it, then you will have it in that save file. So yeah, that's just something to keep in mind. Stuff like this, where you move stuff in the world and change up the world, you can't like transfer that like from save to save, or like upload it, or you know, anything like that. You have to physically download a save file, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't. I'm making this sound way more complicated than it needs to be. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this. Hope you're all having a great day. And I'll talk to you all in my very next video. Bye everyone.